Hello and welcome. This year, Tony and I stayed at Universal Orlando's Sapphire Falls Resort for the first time. And in this video, I'd like to share with you our experience there, from our impressions of the hotel room, amenities, dining, and transportation. At the time we stayed at Sapphire Falls, it was the lone hotel in Universal Orlando's resorts tier called Preferred Hotels. However, recently it's been bumped up and joined the previously known as Premier Hotels in a new tier called the Signature Collection. And this makes sense to me because prior to staying at Sapphire Falls, I'd often see hotel reviews that claimed the only difference in quality between Sapphire Falls and the higher tiered hotels like Hard Rock Hotel or Portofino Bay is that Sapphire Falls does not include free express pass to all guests staying in the room. I haven't stayed at any of those resorts, so I can't exactly speak to the idea that it's similar quality to those, but I do think Sapphire Falls is beautiful with its Caribbean paradise theming. And just a note before we begin that we did not do everything that Sapphire Falls offers. For example, we did not play in the arcade or play ping pong near the pool area, so this is not an all-encompassing overview of the resort. It's just an honest look at our experience as guests staying there. With that, let's dive into our review of LOEWS Sapphire Falls Resort. The iconic stone spiral staircase just off the lobby leads to everything at Sapphire Falls Resort. We were told by the person who checked us in that if we got lost at all, just return to the spiral staircase. The staircase is themed to look like an old Caribbean sugar mill and is filled with what I assume are fake colonial era artifacts. One of the great things about the Universal Orlando resorts is that every resort, even the value ones, has a fitness center available for guests. The gym at Sapphire Falls was tidy and clean, and it had all of the amenities that I'd imagine you'd want in a gym. I used it once just for a treadmill run, and there's nothing to really complain about. It's just really unstimulating to be there. It just looks like a regular boring gym you'd find in your corporate office building. Just this boring gray on the wall. No decor or anything. It's just like the least stimulating gym ever. I gotta say, the themes in the Kalina gym are very much lacking.
But there's calypso music. That's the theming. You know, I think they're not going for super themed at this resort.
Yeah.
They're themed to... Yeah, it's got me 8 pounds heavier than I really am.
Well, you're wearing your fanny pack and
my shoes.
Your shoes.
And I'm holding this water.
I personally appreciate some cheesy motivational wall decals and cheery lighting, but the fitness center at Sapphire Falls serves its purpose. Now let's take a look at our hotel room at Sapphire Falls.
Charlie Brown right lamp.
Yeah, I did.
You don't have the peanuts right here.
It is. Subway tile.
In the Caribbean?
In the Caribbean. Oh, look at this tile.
4 tiles.
4 tiles pretty.
Oh, that is cute. And at Sapphire Falls Resort, the rooms just start at $700 a night, which is quite a deal given the upscale Caribbean theming that you receive. Just kidding, that's what Disney would charge. This was like $200.
It was $208 a night with our AP discount. I think it was closer to $300 a night with just regular pricing. Yeah, looks nice. Okay. I mean, I think the room is really, really pretty. It's really nice. The hotel in general feels a lot more like a nicer resort. Even just like how the staff interacts with you is more engaged, you know, like they ask you questions, and it just feels a little more like what I expect people expect when you are at a nicer resort.
They're really on top of things, too, and very accommodating.
Yes, they're attentive.
I do think they're playing into people's expectations at what type of resort it is, because Cabana Bay is more like an all-star Disney for, you know, where it's just kind of like, bring the kids, it's kind of chaotic, but really fun. We love Cabana Bay. You should film with cool stuff in the background, not the fire escape.
Oh, yeah, my mistake. All right, so I did just notice one thing is that the bathroom is just a sliding door. It's not a door that latches or anything, and it doesn't offer a ton of privacy in the toilet and shower area. So if you are not super comfortable with the people that you're rooming with, maybe this room is not the ideal room for you.
Go in and show how it...
Yeah.
The POV. So I'm right.
So there's Tony.
I'm right here.
I'm sitting on the toilet. All right, I'm shutting the door, ready to do my thing.
Do you think there's gonna be a long line for hangers? You've been in there a while. Coming out soon. It's like, yeah, there's no fan either.
Yeah, there's also no fan.
It's like kind of give yourself at least the feeling of, you know, sound privacy.
Yeah.
They're like kind of popular online, but the only reason I feel like they are is because they're
It's
just
easy
like
to DIY
easy
it.
to DIY and cheap.
Yeah.
Or easy enough.
There's plenty of different types of dining options available at Sapphire Falls. You won't find a food court, but if you're looking for cheaper, quick eats like pretzels, sandwiches, pastries, and snacks, you'll head to the New Dutch Trading Company. We mainly went to the New Dutch Trading Company for a sweet treat at the end of the night. I really enjoyed the cake pops personally. I don't know if they're considered especially good or not. I just really enjoy cake pops, and I don't get them very often, so it's a real treat for me. Tony also grabbed us a large cinnamon roll to split for breakfast and coffee one morning, which was also very tasty. We ate food from the pool bar restaurant called Drum Club Canteen twice, having some tacos on our arrival day in the afternoon and pizza one evening. They offer pretty basic food like pizza, tacos, sandwiches, and they have a kids menu. To me, it was perfectly fine for our hungry stomachs, but nothing I'd go out of my way to eat. And it was really busy when we ate on the pool deck in the evening, where waiters didn't even have time to clear off tables between customers, so that is something to keep in mind if you're looking to eat dinner there. We never ate at the Strong Water Tavern, which is a tapas-style restaurant which touts its rum collection, mainly because we were traveling with kids who would not have enjoyed much on the menu. And last, we ate at the Sapphire Falls restaurant Ametista Cookhouse once. It's a nicer sit-down restaurant. I unfortunately don't have any footage from our experience eating there, so you'll just have to take our word for it that everyone enjoyed their cocktails and food there. I had the Caribbean Cowboy mocktail, which was very nice. Many times mocktails skew a little too sweet for me, but this had a little bit more complexity to it. The only other Universal Orlando hotel that I have stayed at is Cabana Bay Beach Resort, and transportation is what sets Sapphire Falls apart from Cabana Bay, in my opinion, when deciding which of these two resorts to stay in. While Cabana Bay Beach Resort has buses and the walking path transportation options, Sapphire Falls has buses, a walking path, and water taxi transportation. We were placed in a room near the water taxi dock, and I highly recommend requesting this if possible. It's a sprawling resort, and being close to the taxi dock, which is also where one of the walking paths originates from, made traveling to City Walk and the theme parks a breeze. My final thoughts on Sapphire Falls are that it feels caught in an in-between, even now when it's grouped with the other Signature Collection resorts. It's a beautiful resort, yes. And it might be the same quality at a lower price as your other upper tier resorts like the Hard Rock Hotel, LOEWS Portofino Bay, or LOEWS Royal Pacific. But there is a big bonus to staying at those other hotels that you do not get at Sapphire Falls, and that's free express pass for all guests staying at those resorts. And I don't know what the future holds for Universal Orlando with Epic Universe just around the corner, but I think that's a pretty big perk if you happen to be visiting during the busy seasons, which is almost all year round now. Because while the Universal Orlando skip the line system is much easier to understand than that other park down the road in Orlando, the convenience comes at a much heftier price tag. So you don't get the convenience of Express Pass, but other than the water taxi, I don't actually think that Sapphire Falls offers much more than the lower tier resorts like Cabana Bay or Aventura. In fact, overall, I find Cabana Bay Beach Resort public areas like the food court, for example, to be much cleaner than Sapphire Falls with more value for the price tag. It has a lazy river, multiple dining options, a bowling alley, a well-themed fitness center, a Starbucks, just to name a couple of things, and a much more committed theme, which I know not everyone enjoys, like highly themed spaces, but I do. But Sapphire Falls does have a really nice, relaxing paradise theme with soothing colors to come back to after an overstimulating day in the park. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed and perhaps found this video about our experience a little bit helpful in deciding where you want to stay for your trip to Universal Orlando. If you did enjoy this video, feel free to give it a like and maybe even subscribe to the channel Runaway with Liz, where I share videos about running, travel, and whatever general life adventures that I think are fun to share. If you do subscribe, thank you so much. Take care and see you next time. Bye.